That looks like where we might find the Gynosphinx.
The what?
Gynosphinx. It's the word for a female... Oh, never mind. Just keep your eyes and ears sharp, lest she ambush us.
Well, I guess we don't need to worry about her sneaking up on us.
Hello there! Haven't had a visitor in a while. My name is Sunema T. I'm the guardian of this temple and so pleased to make your acquaintance. Who might you be?
My name's Katra. I've come to ask for your help.
Of course. That's all anyone ever wants of me in this place. Never mind that I might want some company on occasion. Has no one considered paying a visit just to say hi?
Well, you do have a reputation for eating your guests.
Only those that deserved it. Can't blame me for getting rid of bad house guests. All right then. What is it that you want?
Faerun is about to be invaded by an army of demons led by Demogorgon.
Oh, yes. Heard about that through the grapevine. Nasty business.
We had hoped that you might be willing to help us get the Moon Maiden's blessing to empower a weapon with the magic and strength to send Demogorgon back into the abyss.
Oh, well that's a reasonable and noble request. Perhaps I won't eat you right away. I am rather peckish, but I can wait to hunt or until you mess up my trials.
No chance that you're willing to help just because the land is in peril and both you and your goddess don't want to see us all perish in flame and madness?
Oh, no. No chance at all. Nice try, though.
Okay then, so what are the trials? What do I have to do?
First, you must answer my riddle. I have cities but no houses, and I have forests but no trees. I have oceans and ponds and streams, but no fish, or at least so it seems. What am I?
A map?
Oh, excellent! I rather like that one and never had a chance to ask it. I'm so glad you figured it out. I'd been wanting to ask that one for going on 32 years now, I think. Still, as much as I would love to continue with riddles and other games, or when I have so many word games we could play, it seems we're on a bit of a tight schedule.
Wait, that wasn't part of the trial?
Heavens above, no. I can tell that your request is honest. The Moon Maiden allows me to see into the hearts of others. However, I do need to test whether you are responsible and of a sturdy spirit. Oh, can you imagine how terrible riddles would be as a test of worth? The most despicable villain or a complete nincompoop could walk in here, answer a few word games, and walk off with phenomenal cosmic power. Huh, not on my watch. No, instead we test the soul. Both of yours in this case.
Excuse me?
Oh yes, I can see both of you in there. I've never seen a dragon's soul and a human's all crammed into a tiny container like that before. Looks uncomfortable. Anyhow, when you are ready, look deep into my eyes and the trial will begin. Oh, and keep in mind that I will eat you if you fail. That part of the stories is true.
How encouraging. I think I need some time first. I'll be back.
All righty. I'll be here when you're ready.
I'm ready. Begin the trial.
Splendid! Now, look into my eyes. right. Forgot to mention that there is a bit of a cleverness test involved here, but I'm sure you'll breeze through it. Oh, and the things you'll see. They aren't real per se, but they are true.
Not real, but true. That's not helpful.
I think being vague and unhelpful is part of the territory for Sphinxes. Regardless, we should begin. Miserable war has persisted for long enough. I have destroyed the petty tyrants who insisted on continuing this conflict. You will agree to peace and uphold it. If you do not, then I will.
Fire? What was that?
That was one of the first times I forged peace between two warring cities, when I was a young dragon. They live amicably as neighbors now.
Okay, but did you have to start killing people to accomplish that?
The rulers were greedy, and they tricked the common people into wanting the war, stoking their hatred and bitterness. It was the most expedient solution, even if it meant enforcing the law myself and living there for a decade or so.
Sounds kind of like you just replaced two tyrants and became one yourself.
Perhaps, but it was for the sake of the people.
Okay.
Please, why will you not help us? You are our best hope at stopping the Black Dragon.
Your concerns are not mine. It is not my place to interfere in your affairs, nor those of other dragons. Now leave. I do not like being bothered.
But many of us will die if we fight him, and if we surrender, others will die still as he treats us like livestock.
If you do not want to be treated like cattle, do not act like cattle. I will not warn you again to leave.
You let them fight a dragon by themselves?
Heroes eager to slay dragons appear around every tree and hill. If they could not defend themselves, some mercenary or adventurer would come and rescue them.
And did they beat the dragon?
No, but as expected, a group of sellswords came and freed them of the Black Dragon after a year or so.
But you could have saved lives. You could have prevented them from living in fear and oppression.
It was not my place. They needed to learn to defend themselves and how to establish themselves in the natural order of the world.
Then why did you get involved with the city in the first memory we saw?
Like I said, I was a young dragon, idealistic. It was not until later that I realized what a colossal waste of time playing peacekeeper had been. One city would have conquered the other, or they would have made peace once fighting became unsustainable.
But they didn't fight. You kept them from fighting, and while I'm not sure I like how you did it, you saved lives, kept people from dying.
And I kept the cities from growing. The people in those cities might have developed new medicines or machines or other ways to approach diplomacy. All creatures learn and grow from conflict.
Assuming they survived the conflict in the first place.
parting gift.
No. Darkness is not my mind. It is my own. Turn to demons. Demons. So many. To darken the sky, please. Caught and anchor me. No, this vision will break them. Sharing the vision. Yes, share the vision. No voices. The darkness will destroy them. It hurts so much. Don't. After everything they've done for you. When you were a dragon, your life was more important. Yes. Yes, you do.
What can I do for you? That wasn't an accident. You chose to make me see that horrible vision, the one the masked man put in your head. You told me it was an accident.
I was not thinking clearly.
You knew that it would hurt me, could shatter my mind, and you did it anyway.
I was afraid and in so much pain, Katra. I'm sorry, but I thought the two of us
But what? But you're not as important as I am? But you didn't need a say in this. You didn't even think to ask before you decided to risk my life, my sanity.
I said that I was not thinking clearly.
Really? What I saw seemed clear enough. That wasn't just selfish and dangerous, Vair. I came to help you when I could have left you in the caverns to die. And you forced me to see something that even you couldn't handle!
I thought that you could handle it, with the both of us sharing.
Oh, really? Because you sounded pretty uncertain in that memory, and I heard a few solid arguments about keeping that nightmare to yourself! Instead, you decided to dump it on me without warning! I still get headaches when I remember that, and I'm probably going to have nightmares of that thing you showed me for years!
I said that I am sorry. What more do you want from me?
I want you to be quiet, okay? Just for a little bit. Let me pretend, at least for a little while, that I don't have some invader in my head that's just using me for their own ends. Just leave me alone for a bit.
As you wish.
That was certainly dramatic. But I think that I've seen enough.
So are you going to eat me, or what?
No, you may have the blessing of my lady.
Good. Where can we do this? I want to get everything over with.
Bring the craftsman and anything else you may need back to this altar tonight. We shall grant you Selune's power under the light of her moon.
Here is your weapon. The tool that will send Demogorgon back to his smoking pit, Ithilsnag. The moon's bite. Keep it close and aim it true. I have enchanted many blades and oddities over the centuries. This one I shall remember keenly, though I should warn you. The enchantment is powerful, yes, but it is impermanent. It seems that Selûne was only willing to temporarily grant her favor. The enchantment should last through your contest against Demogorgon. After that, I cannot say for how long it will remain.
It seems that the Moon Maiden either does not trust us, or that she is simply careful about the powers she lets into our world. I can respect that.
Right, because it's not your place to interfere unless you feel like it. I remember. If you have any business to attend, do so quickly. Otherwise, make for Mithril Hall, where your allies have gathered. You can best prepare for the final battle there. Vair?
Katra?
I would have done it, you know.
Done what?
I would have taken on the vision of Demogorgon with you, if you'd asked. If I'd known the risks, I still would have done it to help you. But you made that choice for me instead. I thought we'd shared something, you know? I thought that even more than sharing my body for so long, suffering that terrifying, mind-breaking experience together was... It felt like we'd grown together. I thought it was a sign that we were there for each other, that we could lean on each other to get through something like that. But you didn't trust me. You didn't share anything with me. You took away my decision and used me. I was just a means to an end, and in the moment, that's all that mattered to you. You were more important.
Katra, I am sorry. I truly am.
Really? Every time you say that, I can't tell whether you're trying to convince me that you regretted what you did, or whether you're trying to convince yourself. You got what you wanted. How sorry can you really be?
I made a mistake in the spur of the moment, and I regret what it has caused.
Maybe you do regret it, but I'm the one who has to live with the consequences. There is much at stake, young one. Finish your business and prepare for Demogorgon.
Whether these outlandish mushrooms are the product of the Feywild's influence, or whether they are simply one of this world's many oddities, is unknown. What is known, though, is that while various animals graze on these mushrooms, you most certainly should not. The results would be unsettling, with poison being the least of your concerns.
Need a lift?
Despite the looming demonic invasion, Mithril Hall seems little different than it was the last time you visited. Then again, considering that they were on high alert due to Starspawn back then, perhaps a state of emergency simply never ended for them. The sense of tension among the bustling, industrious dwarfs certainly has not diminished, at least.
I had heard you were returning. Was your mission successful? Do you have the weapon?
Yes. Though its enchantment will only last long enough to send Demogorgon back to the Abyss.
A shame. I'd hoped to study or keep it for emergencies. Still, it is what we need for this emergency, and we can be thankful for that. But that's not why I came to see you. I found you to tell you that Endon Dravair's mind is both healed and warded against the psychic damage that the Starspawn's vision could inflict. If you two are ready, it should be safe to attempt transferring Endon Dravair's soul back to his body.
Good, I'm sick of sharing my head with him anyhow.
If that is how you feel, then yes, we should do this sooner rather than later.
Right. Well, I cannot say as I blame you. Come to the arena when you're both ready. Are you two ready?
No, considering what happened last time, but we should do it anyway, and soon, please.
Yeah, let's get it over with.
Then use the rod whenever you like.
Well, you alive? Did it work?
Yes, I can still remember the vision, but it is no longer painful, and thinking on it does not threaten to bend my mind until it snaps.
Well, at least that makes one of us.
I am even weaker than before, though. Or rather, my body will not move as I command it to.
We were afraid that might happen. Whenever something influences the mind, it could affect the body, too. It may be some time before your coordination returns, though the impediment should be temporary.
At least you've got your body back?
Yes.
Will you help us fight Demogorgon?
I do not think that would be a good idea. If my body will not cooperate, I will probably just get in your way.
Right. Of course. How should we prepare for this fight?
Beyond what you've already done? Well, that's up to you. Though you should visit the keep before you go. It seems that you have some friends who have come to us in our time of need. Granted, they have a stake in this too, but it is heartening to see such formidable figures standing against the darkness. The spellcaster there will be able to tell you more about our battle plans.
Oh, good. I was wondering if anyone would come. Having their help is reassuring. I suppose this is goodbye, then.
only if you do not make it back. I believe that you will.
Right. I'll just, see you then, I guess.
Right. Well, until then.
Well, hello again, Gatra. Didn't expect to see me again so soon, did you?
No, actually, not really. Why are you here? Don't you have to protect the temple?
Yes, but well, guarding it seems rather pointless if there are no people left to visit it. Or if Demogorgon destroys the temple outright. So here I am, ready to lend a helping paw.
Thank you, Tsunamati, really. I feel much better knowing that you're here.
You're quite welcome. Still, let's hope it makes a difference. It would be an awful shame for us to go to all this effort just for the world to be torn to tiny bits anyhow. Better get ready as best you can, young one.
Hello again, Nalkra. I see that Thesserai convinced you to join us after all.
Yes, though I will admit that the Archmage was rather persuasive.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't want to talk about it.
So where's Kimarin? I thought that he would want to come with you. We could really use someone with his power.
He is not as strong as you presume, child. That being said, he would have been useful.
So why isn't he here?
He does not believe that we will be able to stop Demogorgon here. He is using the time we have left to gather allies of his own and spread the news that the other guardians of this world may defeat the Demon Prince after we fall.
Wow, encouraging.
I am inclined to agree with him. If it were not for a pact that your Archmage associate invoked, I too would be preparing a more robust defense. Even the extra time required would cost us thousands of lives before we were ready. It would be preferable to losing everyone and everything in Faerun should Demogorgon win.
If you are here against your will, can I trust you to fight your hardest and support the others?
Do not mistake me, child. I may not think that this is the optimal use of my abilities, but if my strength can buy Kimarin and the others some time, then it will be worthwhile. I will do everything I can in the coming battle. Never doubt that.
I'm not sure if you heard, but Vair's healed now. Or, well, mostly.
I had heard of this, yes. Why do you feel obliged to inform me of the dragon's recovery?
Well, if it weren't for you and the Rod of Alignment that you gave us, he and I would still be stuck in the same body, or worse.
It was Kimarin's decision to give you the rod, if you recall. I hold no love for the dragon, and would have been content to let him rot, if not for my friend's insistence. Still, I am glad for your sake that you no longer have to share your mind with him. Will he be joining us in this battle?
No. No, he's still too weak and clumsy. It'll be a while before he can fight again.
Typical dragon. Selfish and cowardly in the face of real danger.
Well, even if it was not your idea to come, I am grateful that you're here. And for helping me in Icewind Dale.
Do not thank me for fulfilling my end of a bargain. It was a simple transaction between us. That being said, it gladdens me to see how much you have accomplished since then, little warrior, and I am proud to have played a part in that. I will see you on the battlefield.
Right. Thank you. Thesserai?
Ah, there you are. I was wondering if you would show up. We need our secret weapon and all that if we're going to survive long enough to see supper.
True. But if I'm being honest, I didn't expect to see you here.
Yes, well, for all my talk of running away, I rather like this world. Besides, I'm stubborn. Not about to let some quite literally two-faced demon scare me into abandoning Candlekeep. You'll owe me a favor after this, though.
How about we consider me being the one to send Demogorgon back to the Abyss as that favor?
Fair enough. Anyhow, tell me when you're ready to go, and I will bring us to the battlefield.
Where are we going to fight Demogorgon? Do we know where he will be?
There are several small places in the Underdark where tears in the boundary between our world and the Abyss are appearing. The largest of them would be among them, but after studying what those cultists were doing, I've found a way to redirect the tear's location, at least a little. Rather than changing the destination of the tear from the Abyss to some unknown pole to the multiverse that shouldn't exist and is teeming with madness and forces we cannot comprehend, the tear will just go from the Abyss to a place of our choosing.
Thesserai, listen. I just wanted to say, while I still have the chance, thank you for helping me. And Vair. You didn't have to. You could have just thrown us in prison or experimented on us and no one would have questioned it, but you didn't. You instead gave us the information we needed to move forward. So, thank you. Truly.
Ha! Don't remind me of the missed opportunities, Katra. I could have learned a great deal from dissecting the two of you. Honestly, though, I was happy to help. You were in real need, the problem was novel, inspiring my curiosity, and, well, between you and me, the rules about getting admittance to the libraries of Candle Keep are a bit too strict and exclusive, if you ask me. I will admit to a touch of perverse, petty satisfaction at bending the rules to help you out. Besides, if we survive this ordeal, perhaps we could have a working relationship moving forward. I'd imagine that we could both help each other a great deal. How does that sound?
I think I'd like that. Or at least to be friends still.
A wizard has no friends, only tools and associates. And stray country folk who walk around with dragons trapped inside of them.
I'm ready when everyone else is. Let's go.
Well, speaking for myself, I'll never be ready, but we do what we must, no? Hope teleportation doesn't make you queasy. He's coming. Get ready.
The surface world. We have not seen this in quite some time.
Not since our imprisonment in Watcher's Keep, Amur.
I would not count that dungeon as the surface.
Then I have lost track of how many centuries have passed since we last saw Grimm, or felt the material world stone beneath our talons.
You forget the Underdark, Arthuradia, and that arrogant drow sorcerer who allowed us through to his city.
Such a brief journey, and without even a glimpse of sunlight.
The battle, though.
Yes, and the destruction. You do not look like you could provide such entertainment, even all together.
Indeed not. Rather than die here, you would be better served in joining us. We will spare you if you all join us.
Or would you simply prefer to die?
We could even provide some options.
Crushed in our arms.
Torn apart by our claws.
Eaten for our delight.
Oh, that last one does sound good, Arthuradia. Do choose that one.
How about instead you just go back to the Abyss where you came from? Or lie down and let us slay you if you need some help getting home? We won't even charge you for the trip!
Ah, we tried, Amur.
So we did, and how reasonable we were.
Yes, at least this way we do not have to wait before we start the killing.
You shall all suffer the abyss.
sure what this spell does, but here goes nothing!
Your resistance is pathetic. Bow to me! Bow before the Lord of the New World! That's what I said. Let me return to favor. Prepare for the end of all things! For Oblivion!
Be strong, comrades. We cannot break here.
No, not yet.
We only just arrived. Curse you! We will find you back. When we do, we will find enter the sentence. Into the very fall. I have
Well, I think I've had enough of these ruins. How about everyone else? Right then, just a moment. We're saving one last teleport in case everything went pear-shaped. Was tempted to use it a couple of times there, if I'm being honest. Okay, maybe every time one of his heads looked my way, but no matter. Right then, I would say it has been a pleasure, but I will be having nightmares about that for probably the rest of my life. Still, I am glad that I could be of aid. Just, please don't ask me to do anything like this ever again, alright? Have a good life, everyone!
While I would not shy away from another such battle if the need arose, I otherwise share the wizard's sympathies. That will be burned into my mind for the rest of my days. That being said, I was right about you, and I still feel that you have an interesting life ahead. Perhaps we shall cross paths again. Who but the oracles and divines can say? Farewell, Katra.
Wait, what? Everyone's leaving already? I wanted to see if anyone wanted to keep in touch. Maybe write each other. I could use a pen pal. Well, if someone willing to deliver the letters anyhow, I guess. Well, maybe I can get the elves to come visit me sometimes if I promise not to eat them too often. Don't you be a stranger either, alright? Now that you've passed the trial, I'm not even allowed to eat you. So I won't hear any excuses about why you didn't stop by if I meet your soul in the afterlife a century from now. Take care. Toodaloo.
You came after all. Why?
Do you really not know?
I can guess, but don't want to assume anything. Even though we shared my mind, I'm realizing I still don't really know you.
That is fair, especially after what you learned about me from the Sphinx.
You came for me, didn't you?
Well, I would not have said it so bluntly, but yes, I did.
Thank you, Vair.
You are welcome, little one.
Now that Demogorgon has gone back to the Abyss, does that mean that the other demons who have come through the rifts are gone too?
No, I'm afraid not. That being said, he was certainly the biggest threat. There is nothing else in the Abyss so powerful as him, and nothing else near his size and strength could have made it through. Whatever demons are left will cause havoc where they can, but even all of them together could not accomplish the destruction that Demogorgon might have had.
So, what will you do now?
Demogorgon was not the only demon to come through the rift today. I imagine that many will be rising from the Underdark in the coming months, along with those who found other places in Faerun where the borders between worlds thinned. I will seek out my contacts, old friends, and allies to spread word of the danger. I have been away too long as it is, and should check on them. But I will come back. You will hear from me, and perhaps when you have had enough adventure, I can find wherever you have settled and keep an eye on you too. In case you ever need someone to talk to, at least.
As Vair looks at you, waiting for your answer, you remember everything that you have experienced together, all that you have endured as a pair. But you also cannot help remembering how hurt you felt, how betrayed, when you learned of Vair's choice to endanger you. Still watching, Endan Dravair awaits your answer. The next thing you say will determine your relationship.
Yeah. I'd like that. I really would. And you'll always have me there to listen to you too, okay?
Thank you, Katra. It is strange. I have never had a companion for more than a few days, not in my entire life. Now, though, it is hard to imagine living without one. I am starting to sound like a puppy that cannot stand to be without their owner. How undignified.
Everyone needs a friend. Or at least someone to talk to.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that is what the younger me was missing when I made so many mistakes. I had no one close to me to tell me that I was wrong. Be safe, little one. There is much to do, but I will be back. Until we meet again, farewell.
See you soon. Well then. Might as well get some use out of this thing while it lasts.